In this video I want to show you how you can use my Jakarta EE8 with MicroProfile 3.0 and Java 11 archetype to bootstrap your next Jakarta EE8 application in under 1 minute. So I've published this Maven Archetype to Maven Central, so you don't need to install any further software. You just need to have Maven installed on your machine, and you can visit my GitHub page with my custom Maven archetypes to find more information about this. So this archetype comes with some dependencies. So of course Jakarta EE API will be included, MicroProfile 3.0. I'm also including Mockito and JUnit 5 for efficient testing. We'll also have a beans XML in place, a persistence XML for basic JPA usage. There will be a MicroProfile config properties file, and also a Docker file to deploy it to OpenLiberty, and 2 scripts to build and deploy it really fast, one for Mac and Linux and the other one for Windows. So here you can see the statement you need to execute with Maven to use this archetype and generate a new project out of it. So important thing to note here is you have to specify the archetype group ID, which is the e.rigpil.archetypes. You have to specify the artifact ID, which is Jakarta EE8, and the archetype version, which is currently 1.0.0. In the GitHub project, you will always see the latest version and can use it. To now use this Maven archetype, you just have to specify the group ID of your choice and the artifact ID. For a quick example, I'm using my predefined version here, which will create a new application of the name Jakarta EE8 microservice and the group ID as specified here. So to use it, copy it, go to your terminal and paste and execute it. So Maven will now generate a new project based on this archetype. So this was quite fast, and we can now open it with IntelliJ, for example. So let's open this and have a look what's inside. Now, as it is imported to IntelliJ, let's first have a look at the POM file to see which dependencies are actually there. So here I'm specifying which Java version is used here. So I'm using the latest LTS release, Java 11. I'm specifying the version of Jakarta EE of MicroProfile, and both Mockito and JUnit with the latest versions. Let's have a look at what's also pre-generated and available with the project. So I'm also creating the first JUXRS configuration for you. So when we then build the application, we have a first resource available, and also use already MicroProfile config here to inject the message. This message comes from the properties file, which is simple hello world example. For the persistence XML, I'm using a rather simple one, which you can then further adjust. As mentioned, there is a beans XML file to have the discovery mode all, and as this project will be deployed to OpenLiberty, I'm adding a web extension from IBM to specify the context root, which is in this example the root context, which we will later see. For the Docker deployment, we can have a look at the Docker file. I'm using the Java 11 base image of OpenLiberty and adding the war file to the application server, and also adding a initial basic server configuration for OpenLiberty. So I'm enabling 2 features, Java EE and MicroProfile 3.0, and also a basic quick start security, which you should, of course, adjust for a production use case, but for the first start of your project, this is enough. To now deploy it, you can use this build and run scripts. So let's use them. Executing it, and this will build the project, execute the test cases, build the Docker image, and then start the Docker container. So now we can have a look at the Bootstrap phase of OpenLiberty. So what's the wrong ID? So the server will now start. And once everything is up and running, we can access the sample REST endpoint here to see that successfully starts and was deployed to OpenLiberty. So let's check if everything is up and running. So here you get now the sample result of this injected Hello World message, Hello World Jakarta EE, and your new Jakarta EE application is up and running and can be used for your next project. Have fun using it.